A lot of the time, people are like, well, I just like don't know what to write about. I'm like, okay, like what are you going through? And sometimes students let me in to their little mind and they open the doors. Sometimes they're like, no. I'm like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. But at least be honest with yourself. Like, what are the thoughts? Like, sit with it. It's uncomfortable sometimes. Like, not fun to be with your own thoughts sometimes. And that's okay. And it definitely allows for feelings to come out a little quicker and all that. I do recommend students object writing still. Like, I'm like, if you could do that every day, you will be so thankful, because what it teaches you is to come up with descriptive words quicker. So how would you describe a water bottle, right? So it's using a little bit more vocabulary than you're used to with topic writing. So if you use object writing within your topic writing, you're winning, because you're being more descriptive with your storytelling.
Hey Voxstar, and welcome to From Singer to Artist. I'm Lara Chapman, award-winning singer and songwriter turned viral vocal coach and the host of this show. At VoxTape Studios, we help singers from all over the world level up their voices by teaching them the 3 fundamental skills all singers need: technique, awareness, and artistry. Whether you're looking to go pro or just develop your voice for fun, my team and I are here to help. Check the link in the description to book your first session or grab some of our other resources. Alrighty, are you ready? Let's get started. A lot of times the reason why people get into songwriting in the first place is because they want to tell their own stories, or they want to find a creative way of expressing themselves. But then they struggle with actually expressing themselves and writing lyrics that mean something to them and to their audience then, of course, as well. So to talk about how to actually write lyrics that mean something to you, that you're proud of, that you're like, yes, I can't wait to share this with somebody, I've got our wonderful coach Juliana in the studio here with me. Hello. The virtual studio. We are in the virtual studio. Yeah, right? Welcome to LA. Welcome to my basement. Writing lyrics. Oh my God. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about how writing lyrics was always so hard for me. But like, what is your relationship to lyric writing?
Yeah. It's storytelling. You're an artist at this point. You're like connecting words and feelings and transmitting them to people so that they can understand. And storytelling has been around since we were cavemen, so it's not impossible. You can literally do it. So I think it's just understanding what your story is first before we try and transmit anything.
Yes. Oh, okay. We're already getting into it. I love it. Juliana's like, girl, we ain't wasting time here. Let's get right to it. Okay, let's do it. Can you say that again? Because that was like wisdom right there.
What did I say? Okay, so shoot, I don't know what I said or how did I say it, but like making sure that you know what your story is before you put it into words.
Yes.
So understanding what you're saying, what you're feeling, so that then you can put those words and feelings into the song.
Yes, 100%. Understanding your story before you put it into words, essentially. I so agree with that. And I think this is why these devices right here are just like, they're robbing us of good storytelling, like being able to write good stories, because we never just sit there in our thoughts and in our feelings anymore. We are always distracting ourselves with our phones. Like, you're waiting somewhere at a light to cross the street. It's 15 seconds, maybe. What is everybody doing? They pull out their phones and look at memes or whatnot, right? The news, whatever it is. And because we are never bored, we're never alone with our thoughts, so many people feel anxious, right? We still have the feelings. They still feel heartbroken. They still feel happy. They still feel anxious. They still feel sad, joyful, whatever. Insert emotion here. We still feel things, but we can't put it into words because we never take the time to actually figure out, why do we feel this way? What made us feel this way? What is going on? And I think that's also why mental health is
Oh yeah.
on the decline.
Yeah.
Not to get too deep into that, but I do think that this is a big reason why we're not writing lyrics that are frankly meaningful to us.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. I think it's a lot of the time people are like, well, I just like don't know what to write about. I'm like, okay, like what are you going through? And sometimes students let me in to their little mind and they open the doors. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Sometimes they're like, no. I'm like, okay, I respect that. But at least be honest with yourself. Like, what are the thoughts? Like, sit with it. It's uncomfortable sometimes. Like, it's not fun to be with your own thoughts sometimes. And that's okay. Write them out. Like, I'm feeling like a little bit of poop. Why? Like, what is the thing? Why? Like, it's just a lot of just understanding your own brain. And people are very scared to do that. But especially if you want to write songs, you got to get in. You got to get in there. You got to get messy. You have to get
100%.
your feet dirty.
It's vulnerable. It's very, very vulnerable and scary, like you said. But the good news is you don't have to share it with anyone if you don't want to. Like, you can write a song just for the sake of writing a song and getting your thoughts and your feelings out. You don't necessarily have to share it with anyone. Coach Bree from our team was on the podcast once, and I think it was an episode where we were all in the studio. But anyways, she said, like, how amazing is it that these wonderful people that have chosen to write songs, that they've also chosen to share them with us? Like, isn't that so amazing? And I was like, that is so beautifully put. Like, thank you for choosing to share your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions and all of that, right? So it's brave to do that, but you don't have to do it. You can write a song just for the sake of writing a song and then decide what to do with it later. Yeah. That's okay. But so I think there are a couple like little tools maybe that you can use to make it not so overwhelming to sit down and write down your thoughts. I think one of them is journaling. A lot of writers journal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a terrible journaler. I don't journal. Okay, thank you. That makes me feel better.
Me too.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better because I'm like, Laura, you're the only songwriter out there who doesn't journal.
No, it's I don't know why. Like, same thing. I'm like, I'd rather just like blurt them out loud and play and sing at the same time. Just sitting with it. I don't know. But hey, if you can do it,
I think it can be a helpful tool
recommend.
to just get used to writing something, right? Getting something on a piece of paper without like, and this needs to be a verse and this needs to be a chorus and, you know, like without those guidelines. No. So that's why I think journaling can be helpful. I just personally don't do it. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Besides that, my absolute favorite tool when it comes to getting my thoughts out on a piece of paper so that I can write lyrics that make sense, that tell a story, and that actually mean something to me and that are going to connect with my audience too, is topic writing. And I don't know, Juliana, before we started working together, have you heard about topic writing before, or is that something that I made up? Because I don't know if I made it up or if I heard it somewhere and then I just chose to claim it. I literally don't know.
No, I have heard of it. Maybe not with those words, but I do. It's like subject writing. It's like the theme writing. So it's like describing what you're going to be writing about. And we have topic writing and object writing. So object writing is a lot more specific. So object writing could be rainy day. So like all of the phrases, words, whatever that you can think of rainy day. Like cloudy, muggy, nostalgic, sad, blah, blah, blah. You could go there, whatever. And maybe topic writing would be like a melancholic feeling of missing someone or whatever. Being heartbroken over something. And it just so happens that it's raining. Wow. So we put those together and boom, you have a song.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if I made up the term topic writing or not, but in case I did, it definitely was inspired by the term object writing, right? Because that was something that we did a lot at Berkeley. You have your experience with songwriting at Berkeley too. You did one of their courses as well, right?
sounds so big.
Fancy.
And I was like, it's just a little curse. But yeah, they do teach you that.
Benatar.
Yeah, with it Pat.
Yes.
Pat.
Yes.
What's his name?
Shout out to Pat.
Shout out.
And so we were doing it, and we were doing it in class and as homework. And I would always struggle so much to then take what I wrote in a topic writing exercise into an actual song, because they made us write about like water bottle and like just random objects. And I'm like, cool. What does this have to do with my song that I'm trying to write here, right? So it's almost like the journaling thing, right? Like you're journaling for the sake of journaling, not for the sake of writing a song. Yeah. And object writing very much felt the same to me. And then I just could not bridge the gap between object writing or journaling or both to then actually writing a song. So it's like, instead of writing about a random object, let's write about the actual topic of the song. And so I was like, topic writing, that makes sense.
Yeah. And it definitely allows for feelings to come out a little quicker and all that. I do recommend students object writing still. Like, I'm like, if you could do that every day, you will be so thankful, because what it teaches you is to come up with descriptive words quicker. So how would you describe a water bottle, right? So it's using a little bit more vocabulary than you're used to with topic writing. So if you use object writing within your topic writing, you're winning, right? Because you're being more descriptive with your storytelling. It's not like, it's a rainy day instead. Like, oh, okay. Sweet. Yeah. What else can we say about that, right? It's like the rain is pouring down my window, and then I can hear whatever. Yes. Like, you could like go in the movie. Take the people with you, right?
Is what it comes down to.
So it's a lot. Yeah. So I think those two together are magic.
I love what you said.
For people.
And I think a lot of people are scared to be specific in their songs because they're like, well, now it's not relatable anymore. Like, you know, just saying something about like, you know how like a lot of girls like wearing their boyfriend's hoodies and whatnot, like that is very relatable across whatever, but they don't want to like really like be specific about what the hoodie is like what it smells like, or what it, what the color of it is, or the texture of it, or whatever, because then they're like, no, that's too specific, then it's not relatable anymore. But the more specific you actually are, the more relatable it becomes, because the more and this is a term I stole from Friedemann Findeisen from Holistic Songwriting, Kopfkino. The more these people can see the story play out in their heads. Kopfkino is a German term, and it literally means like head cinema. Kopf is head, Kino is cinema. So it's like the story that you're seeing play out in your head. And the more specific you are, the more people can see the story. If you're vague, they can't see it, and then they can't relate to it anymore. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if your specific story doesn't happen to someone as is. That writing will bring something to them, like, oh, that didn't happen to me, but this other thing happened to me, and now I'm thinking about that. I'm like, oh, I want to hear it again.
No, 100%.
And I want to hear it again.
The details don't all need to line up exactly with the other person's experience. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they can still relate. Impossible. They can still relate.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't do that. Yeah. And like the amount of times, like, I'm sure everyone's seen this. Like, people are like, I just feel like this singer, it could be whoever, they're like they're reading my journals, they're living my life. And it's not necessarily because they're writing exactly their life, but because they're being honest. And we all have very similar experiences. Of course, they happen in different ways, but just being honest with what that feels like, what a heartbreak feels like. Like, we all have felt that in some way. If you haven't, I'm jealous, but it's important. Like, we have to be able to be honest with how those feelings feel, and love, like all the happy stuff too. Like, sometimes that's harder to write about because you're like, oh, I don't want to sound cheesy, I don't want to sound cliche.
Yes.
Like, okay, find a cooler way to say it.
Well, find a cooler way to say it. So you would say to find a cooler way to say it, that's what you do object writing for. You know, why did they not explain it that way at Berkeley? Then I feel like I would have understood why we're doing this in the first place. Maybe they did, and I just wasn't paying attention. That's also very possible. Yeah. Very possible. I'm not a good student.
Yes. We'll never know. But now we can do it.
Okay. I like the combination of the topic writing and the object writing. And like you said, writing happy songs is sometimes harder than to write heartbreaking songs or sad songs and whatnot. And I also believe that happy songs can also be very, very meaningful. They don't, like, it doesn't have to be a sad song to be meaningful.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something that I always struggled with because I had a very happy childhood. I don't really have any trauma. Yay me. Sorry
That's
to brag.
so nice.
Don't mean it that way. But I mean, I do. But that's besides the point. I was always like, okay, gotta make stuff up so that I can write meaningful songs, or that people would take me seriously as an artist. Like like when you're watching American Idol and whatnot, it's always the people with the worst stories, like life stories, that would make it far in the show. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be successful because I don't have any heartbreaking stories. My parents are still alive.
No.
I know.
And they're doing that on purpose, by the way. Like, we could talk about that another time. But yeah, no, you don't have to have a very sad life to write a beautiful song. Like, of course, like when we're honest and those feelings come through, it's more authentic. But I mean, I was just thinking like happy songs, and I thought like 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. Beautiful song, and it's cute, and it's like not cheesy. It's like just being like, vulnerable with letting someone know that they would wait 1,000 years to be with you. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, I could cry. So it's like you could go all the way into the cheesiness and then make it sparkle. Like, make it uncheesy.
I have a very cheesy song that I wrote for my husband before we got married. And I was like, maybe I'll sing this at my wedding. And then I decided to sing a different song at my wedding that I also wrote. But I recently got it out of the vault again because, we were about to do songwriting like on our podcast and at our studio in general for a whole month. And I was like, all right, well, let me see if I can find some of my old songs that I wrote. And I found one, and it's called All Yours. And I was like, well, that's not a good title, but whatever, it is what it is. And again, I wrote the song before we got married, so oh my gosh, at least 8 years ago. And the chorus is, my ears have nothing left to hear, my eyes have nothing left to see without you, my mouth has nothing left to taste, my heart just feels like it's a waste without you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm all yours, right? So the chorus is like, it's so cheesy, but it's kind of cute. It works together with the verses, because the verses are like super specific. Right? Like, I love when the sun shines through the blinds on my still sleeping face. I love the sound of birds singing with grace or something like that. And then I love when you come kiss my lips, though you're not quite awake. Like, that kind of, like, just like descriptive things and things that I love. Painting the picture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
exactly. And then the cheesy chorus. And I don't necessarily, like, sure, there's probably things that I could do to make it a little bit less cheesy, but it feels right to me. And I was like, okay, well, we're just going to keep it that way.
Good.
And it's so funny because
matters.
I got a message from somebody on Instagram because I shared that song to my Instagram stories. And then the next day, she replied and she was like, I just wanted to tell you that when I heard your song yesterday, I was like, another ballad. Like, it's just another ballad, right? There's nothing special about it. It's just another ballad. And now today, I keep singing your song. So it's actually a really good song. And I was like, all right, there you go.
There we go.
And I have this feeling with a lot of songs that I hear. Yeah. The first time I hear a song, I'm like, why is everybody so obsessed with the song? It's not that good. And then I hear it again, and I was like, and then every time I hear it again, I'm like, oh no, this is actually a really good song. This is a banger.
Yep. It happens. We always resist the mainstream, but it's mainstream for a reason.
I'm a pop girly through and through.
Me too. I love. Same. Give me all the pop girlies. I'm like, I eat them up. Sabrina, Chapo, Ariana, just yum 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 yum.
Yum 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 yum.
Good
I love
stuff.
that. That's so cute. I have one more question for you. When it comes to writing lyrics that are meaningful, can you write meaningful lyrics to you even if the stuff that you're writing about is not out of a page from your own book, like your own life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I started writing when I was very, very young, like actually writing, not the silly songs I wrote. When I was like about 11, 12, I hadn't had a boyfriend yet. I hadn't been kissed. And I was writing the saddest breakup songs. So, yeah, I think you can. As long as you got an imagination and you put it to work and you create your own little movie. Because, my God, the amount of things I made up in my head about people that I didn't know, but then I would like play it in my head. You know, Justin Bieber was my boyfriend at some point.
I love it.
Around 13 years old, you know, I was gonna marry Harry Styles. So you can make you can make stuff up. You can make stuff up as much as you can in your head, and as long as you feel it, because I wanted that to happen, so I made it happen in my songs. You know, so it could be whatever. It doesn't have to be that specific, but yeah, it doesn't have to be real. You can make it up. There's a really cool interview with one of my faves, Taylor Swift, and I know everyone else loves Taylor Swift, so I'm gonna share it. I'm not sure where it was. I think it's her documentary on folklore. She wrote a full album on stories that weren't her own, and no one would know that because like they feel so real, and like some of them are real people, but they're not like her stories. I think it's folklore, if not evermore. Don't come at me. I'm so sorry. But it's either of the two or maybe both of them. But yeah, she speaks about like all my life I wrote about things that only happened to me. And then I like wanted as challenge. It was a pandemic, right? So like she was like, okay, let me write a whole album of things that haven't happened to me, but to someone else. And the amount of success that, you know, those albums got. So
yeah, I made a lot of you can write about it. Like a lot of toxic relationship stuff. But I'm like, if somebody was toxic in that relationship, it was probably me. Right? Like, no, like, again, nothing bad has ever happened to me. No, that's not true. But, you know, like I would make up these things too. And the song can still mean something to you, even if it's not real, for sure. Anything else that we need to talk about when it comes to writing lyrics that are meaningful?
No, just like be honest with yourself first, so that then can, you know, you can be authentic and people can feel that authenticity. Because if we're being vague, you're not going to capture people's attention. It might be a pretty melody, but that might be all it is.
For sure.
And we want the full experience. We want a story, we want a good melody, we want a good song. All through. So be honest with yourself.
Thank you, Juliana, for sharing all of your thoughts around songwriting or lyric writing, more specifically. I learned a little something too, especially about object writing, and that you use that to make your songs more clever, right? Like you're using more different words to explain the same thing or to express the same thing, but you're not using everyday words. Yeah, exactly. So that's a big takeaway from you for today. So thank you for sharing that. We created a little PDF guide called Songwriting Framework that's going to help you write your first complete song, your first awesome song, your first song that you really like. There is a whole part on lyric writing in there. My 4-step lyric writing formula is in there. How to write some more clever lyrics is in there as well. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, it's currently on sale for just $7 instead of $27. The link is in the description below. And also, we are hosting, Juliana and I are hosting a live class called How to Write Songs You'll Actually Like. And guess what? Lyrics is a part of that too. If you want to come and join us in this live class, it's happening on October 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a Tuesday. It's free to attend. If you can't attend live and you still want to make sure you're not missing out, you can upgrade to a VIP ticket. It comes with a bunch of other perks too. For example, that songwriting framework, you can get it as a bonus when you get the VIP ticket, and the VIP ticket is only $17. And there's other bonuses in there too. So if you want to get the songwriting framework PDF, I would just recommend getting the VIP ticket for the class because it's included in there, plus a bunch of other stuff as well. But anyways, links below. Check it out. Thank you, Juliana, for joining. We have some more songwriting stuff to discuss. But for that, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Yes.